Hello and welcome to another video update on Ethereum. We are currently dealing with the daily chart here. Just want to get everybody on the same page. So we're still looking at a bullish continuation here for Ethereum on the daily chart. It would take a break below support levels for this B wave to suggest something more bearish is unfolding. We're far away from that at the moment. We'll talk about what those are on the smaller time frame. Just in yesterday's video, I shared with you the ETH BTC chart and explained to you that there was a chance for a bounce. We had reached micro support, and today we see Ethereum perform quite well. So we are going to take a look at the ETH BTC chart as well, also in this video update. But wanted to explain again on the daily time frame that the journey here to all-time highs is still very much the preferred one, okay? Even though this structure has a lot of problems. Now, what I wanted to do with you in this video is to calculate where that fifth wave in our white scenario might take us actually. What we can do, we take the length, the actual length of waves 1 and 3 together, third wave top tier around $4,100. Then we go to the low of the wave 4 with our Fibonacci extension tool. And then we add some standard Fibonacci extensions to the chart. And the problem is with this chart, it's obviously that the fifth wave would need to be quite long, or we won't get to all-time highs. So that's a problem which makes this chart less trustworthy. The fifth wave would need to be unnaturally long. But in all-time high territory, this would be broadly a target area to watch between 4,600 and 6,400. That's a standard target area for the fifth wave. Now, we can also add other levels. For example, we can just measure waves 1 and 2. It's just a different way of measuring those targets. And then we need to see where we have confluence. Waves 1 and 2. And then we also add some further extensions. But see, those are standard extensions. That's normally we say a fifth wave should get at least to the 161.8 extension. So in this case, then, we just add the next 1 or 2 because we need to get to all-time high territory. So in this case, what would be relevant are the 178.6 and the 200% extension levels, maybe even the 200, so one second, 2.236. These are just standard extensions. So that gives us some additional levels to watch, and you see they are broadly overlapping. Yeah, very, very similar area or target area here. To the right, okay. So that means there isn't really confluence with levels. I mean, here maybe the 4,600 to 4,800 area. Then we've got one at 5,700, 6,400. We can also then look at the bigger picture and use the larger degree, the larger time frame. So what we can do here as well, we take the entire length of waves 1 and 3, larger degree. We go to the low of the wave 4 that bottomed in 2022. And also here I'm looking for... Thanks so much for watching the videos on this YouTube channel. If you've been thinking about joining MCO as a member, now might be a great time. You can use the link in the video description and apply the discount code right below it. You will get 50% off your first month of our Gold membership, and you can explore everything we offer. It's the easiest way to test the membership, see if it's a good fit for you, and get a feel for the community, join the conversation, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in our member area. Two key levels here that would normally be relevant, the 50% and the 61.8 extension. So in this case, the 50% extension is positioned around 6,500. The 10K level up there is quite far away. I'm not sure how relevant it's going to be. It's about identifying clusters. Confluence. And you see now we have pretty much 3 levels close to, around about 6,500 to 7,000. I mean, this is just an area of resistance, so we'll have to see if the price can get there. We now have some, let's say, key levels to watch. I'm going to remove the upper one. That seems to be too far away for now. But this would be a box that is kind of defined. There are multiple levels, target calculations in there. And then when we get more price data, what we'll do, we can refine that further. Because as we get more price data in, as we get closer to those larger projections, we can calculate targets more precisely. Now, before we go to the smaller time frame, I wanted to show you the ETH BTC chart as well. And this is where we talked in yesterday's video about the reaction that we saw here to the micro support area between 0.022 and 0.0229. Yeah, Fibonacci support. And a fifth wave might be starting right now. I mean, it's a bit early, right? But we have a reaction to this micro support. And one more high, if we get it, should take us into this area between 0.027 and 0.03. This is more informative. Yeah, but just for, just to understand, is Ethereum, or could Ethereum be outperforming Bitcoin? Yeah, once more in this 5-wave move to the upside to get 5 waves up. But if we break below 0.022, then it's very likely that we're already in the B wave pullback, and the support area is already on the chart. So the main support area here is between 0.019 and 0.021, with upper micro support at 0.022 and 0.0229. So this is something to be very much aware of. Now let's also take a look at the shorter time frame for Ethereum, because here we have seen the 1-2 setup play out that we talked about yesterday. So again, I can only repeat, we only have 3-wave movements to the downside. Yeah, this was a 5-wave move, but as I explained, it might have been an A wave in a larger wave 2 correction. So support held, and the market used it as a jump-off point to now start a 3rd wave. So we have a 1-2 setup, like on the Bitcoin chart a few days ago, where we had a 1-2 setup that was actually an opportunity. Here you can see that we don't always get 1-2 setups on the same days. Like yesterday, a couple of days ago, we had a 1-2 setup on the Bitcoin chart. This 1-2 setup here was a little bit, was a bit delayed, okay? But we could also here now be working on a 3rd wave to the upside to round about 2,846 next. This would be the next milestone target to be able to call it a viable 3rd wave. The support area for now, I mean, I'll leave it where it is for now. We can add the next support area for this 4th wave once we get to 2,846. And then we can still get a 5th wave to the upside to complete eventually that A wave, or I mean, maybe other further upside extensions are possible. But for now, I'm tracking just here the short-term chart to see if we can fill in the next 5 waves to the upside. Yeah. And important is that this support area held. So, yeah, I mean, the white count is still possible, but we need breaks of support to really confirm a larger correction has started. This move down was corrective. It's labeled as a WXY structure. The move up was also corrective, but then the move down was corrective. So I took a chance to give you this support area. The support area for this 1-2 setup. Now, 1-2 setups are usually our best setups, but if the wave 1 is a 3-wave move, it's a bit more speculative, yeah, but it's still played out. So, yeah, I'll keep you updated. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.